All right, we are live. 10:37, almost an hour late. It's
Oh
fine.
my goodness.
Fine.
Fine. Everything's fine. It's all fine.
Welcome to the Souls and Stardust channel. We are Shannon and Mio. We're here for our monthly YouTube mini readings. If you are a member of the collective, you automatically get signed up and added to the list every month. And then, hold on, let me put this. So you can visit us at soulsandstardustpodcast.com. Learn more about the collective because it's 18 a month. So these readings are $15 or a member of the collective, it's 18 a month. You automatically get added. You have instant access downloads, discounts on live readings, discounts on the gift shop, all kinds of free stuff.
Access to courses. Yeah.
Yep. A bunch of our courses, we have the birth chart one, the oracle deck, we have intuition development, which will be added on. I'm almost done with that, so I'll probably be adding that on within the next couple of weeks. Anything else?
We're going to be offering a retreat.
Retreat waitlist. We're gonna do a rest retreat in Wisconsin
Yes.
where
Casual healing stuff and learning, but also opportunities for just quiet, restorative rest in the company of sisterhood,
of the traveling pants.
of the traveling pants.
All right. Yes. So if you happen to catch this as a rewatch and you are not getting a reading and you're like, what the hell's going on? So basically, we do these mini readings every month. You can sign up through our event link or through Shannon's sign up link. Um, and then we do like little 10 minutes or less, send you you can watch it live or rewatch it to your heart's content. We usually will put your initials in the timestamp. Um, and if you're too late for today's reading, you can get on for the 7/7 or whatever, close to, if we can get July 7th, if you're available.
Yep.
So we try to do around the 7th of every month, but we usually will let you know if there's a change to that. We also need to reschedule our virtual past life regression because
Yes.
it didn't work out schedule wise for a bunch of us last month. So if you are interested in joining our group, Past Life Regression, it's not too late to jump on the wait list for that. Best thing to do is just like subscribe to the newsletter, and then you can mark off like what you're interested in, basically.
Yep.
We have all kinds of decks for sale. We have, I think, 8 decks now. So everything from past lives to soulmates to no contact to your girlfriend's no bullshit love oracle. I have a few
Twin
IM decks
flames.
left as well. So if you want to add any onto any order, just message me and I'll hook you up. And what else? What else? What else? I think that's it.
I was just shuffling and had 2 cards fall out. So I'm thinking that's more like collective energy of needing more self-discipline. So the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, or feeling like bored or stuck. So could be that anyone watching this is feeling this like stagnancy or lack of movement toward your goal, or you're getting really caught up in like perfectionism. So you're not pulling the trigger on something because you're worried about not all the pieces fitting together properly first, or they have to look a certain way. And then like needing to be patient, right? So watching the fruits of your labor ripen. So that's like a long-term view. What are you trying to plan for? Like, what's your end goal, or what's your long-term view of like where you want to get to? And then persevering, like working toward that. So some collective energy there.
Got that. All right.
Okay.
We ready?
Yeah, let's do this. Who's first?
So first we have CD at 444.
Okay, CD.
CD.
At 444, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing that number a lot.
Same. That's my go-to.
Okay, I got a couple of cards here. Goodness. Okay, so we got the Six of Wands in reverse, which is typically that's a card about like victory or public recognition. In the reverse, it's about feeling a lack of confidence or afraid you're not going to um, get through your situation successfully. It could be like unpopular opinions about you, or you made a decision that other people around you are upset about.
Mhm.
I also got the Queen of Wands in reverse, which is about a need for like really respecting yourself, coming back to you and respecting yourself and having, this is another card of confidence, right? So needing to work on your self-confidence and making choices for you first and foremost right now at this stage in your life. It's also a card of like just feeling insecure about your way forward or like how you're presenting yourself to the world. I also got the Lovers in reverse, which is a card of needing self-love. Oh,
It's
interesting.
it's the love card, but it came out in reverse. But I don't read these in reverse because they're like
Yeah,
just
but similar, like a similar
yeah.
theme, right? This is really definitely a card of like needing to invest in self-love, self-nurturing, instead of giving over to everybody else around you, making choices for their sake. Like you really have to love yourself right now. And there's an imbalance or misalignment of values. Like again, you're in this stage of making decisions to shift your life in some significant ways. And this is about um, your indecision really coming back to you, pouring self-love in, knowing that you're making choices for you and what you need right now in order to get you to where you want to be. I also got the Tower card, which I don't want you to freak out about because it does mean like sudden change. So whatever is happening for you, like it's probably happening fast. Like once you finally make this decision and pull the trigger on like certain things that you've been thinking about, like it's all going to happen very, very fast. And I can't wait to connect with her to get an update. But this is also like revelations. So it can feel chaotic. That sudden change can feel chaotic, but it's about these aha moments, revelations, and it's basically like a life pivot point. So you're in this place of getting ready to make big changes, but you've been building up to that. Okay.
So I almost got like two separate topics or two separate piles going, right? So the first one that came out, it was upside down and it was the Ferris wheel car. What goes up must come down. Bad will pass, good will come. And it's about repeating cycles and getting a higher perspective and a higher view. What's interesting though is I think about the link that we have here in Vegas that goes around, but it's
Yeah.
so slow. Like it's not a fast thing, but it's like like you're in there for like a half an hour, an hour, something crazy, like going all the way around.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't necessarily mean like fast pace, fast movement. But I did get so exactly how red do those flags, is that right side, need to be?
Yep.
These two, this is a brand new deck, so I'm kind of excited. Um, I have Mature Matilda and Logical Louie. Mature Matilda says, stop taking everything personally. And Logical Louie says, what's the worst that could happen? So
Oh,
gaining a higher perspective and like getting out of your own head, but also still noticing like the cycle or whatever. But the other pile was interesting because that's when I had the love card that came out in reverse with the bicycle and progress card. So they were this way, but I was like, oh, I usually just interpret them right side up. So it's love, springtime, romance, happy, union, right? So there's progress happening, transformation happening there, renewal. I got forgiving the past is key to moving forward, which
yeah.
I thought was interesting with that progress and
Mhm.
thinking about like on a bicycle, you have to keep moving,
Or you tip
like,
over.
or you're gonna freaking tip over. Yeah, you're
Yep.
gonna lose your momentum. You're gonna lose your like you can't just stand there. Open-minded Ophelia came out. It doesn't have to make sense to me. So keep an
Yeah.
open mind.
Yeah, you just need to go. And her and I have talked about that a lot. Like it doesn't have to look the way you think it needs to look in order for it to be good for you.
Oh, hi,
Well,
Molly.
I know Molly said hello. I did pull the solo card, which is about like going it alone. Um, it's like this is about you being like the main character in your own story. Again, like choosing for you. And then I also pulled the fire card, which to me is like action movement, like let's go, like let's burn this old version down and let's go. And it's also like this is a card of celebration, so like celebrate the new way forward. And then I pulled the run card, which is not like run away from anything, it's like go chasing towards something, like seeking it out. My interpretation of that card anyway.
That's a funny image on that.
I know the mouse in the card.
I got the turtle.
Oh
So
goodness.
maybe again, something slow movement. That's the
Hmm.
second time I got something referring to a slower mover energy, but the word's empathy on this one.
Oh, interesting. Turtle
So
and
interesting
empathy.
with the turtle. Bottom of the deck, understanding. So you got empathy and understanding. And what are those kind of flowers? I forget.
I don't know what those are.
You only recognize birds.
Well, like plants are a little harder. I am
I'm
a
trying to
bird.
be a plant mommy.
That's your job. You're the Taurus. I'm
I'm
the air sign.
trying.
So,
I'm right now, it's teaching me lessons in slow growth, just like the cards she's pulling or that we pulled for her. It's like
move on. CD needs to move on.
CD.
Hmm. And also, there might be some like wave of emotions in this, like as you're moving on. Because I did also pull the heartbroken card, which could be like just the grief of like finishing one chapter and moving toward another.
I wonder if that's what the slower moving energy was with the Ferris wheel,
Could be.
where it's like gaining some different perspective, but it takes a minute. I'm sorry.
Oh, interesting.
Longing
Tara
for
says hello.
home. Hello, good morning.
Mhm.
Homesick for the stars.
She's literally like making decisions to secure a new home, right?
Oh,
I know.
awesome. Okay. So let's see. Next we have, we're going to skip ahead. And MH will be at 1310.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right. I want to
All
pull
right.
these ones.
Does
These
she
are the
know we're
ones.
reading for her?
Yeah, I think she's still in here.
Okay.
These are the ones that my cousin got me for my birthday. They're like old people-ish.
I love that.
They're super adorable.
Okay. I got a card. I got the Hierophant in reverse, and that's all about going against the grain, which is something that her and I have talked about, like doing things in a new way, like unconventional. I want to say that this card came up when we did a reading together privately. Um, so unorthodox approach and having blind faith, right? Like you have to trust that she says she's here, what you're doing is going to pay off. And that, again, that's something that we talked about before. So doing things in an unconventional way. Oh my gosh, there's so many things that are like flying out of my deck. Okay, so I'm going to take this one. It's the I don't know why my computer's not focusing, but the death card. So this is endings and beginnings. And this is big change transformation for you, which I absolutely feel that in your energy too. And I know she feels it too.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to shuffle, and I got ability to devote yourself to your path, happy, loyal, faithful friend, devoted. And then the other card, literally, it's like a camel, and it says travel, journey, wisdom, endurance, survival, service, self-sufficiency,
That's awesome.
conservation, and stamina. And it's
So
the camel.
she said, laugh my ass off. She says, I literally told my friend that I have to just be Delulu at this point. I mean, it's true. You have to really
Yeah.
you have to lean into what feels extraordinary or even um eccentric in order for this to work for you. And I also pulled the Hanged Man, which is about surrendering and having perspective, and enlightenment through viewing things in a new way. That's also a card of I want to say isn't the Hangman Pisces? It's Neptune, water, right? So Neptune's ruled by Pisces.
Neptune, yeah. Do you have something, not you, but her, something going on with another person, whether it's a friendship or a business connection or something
I can't wait to
competitive
I
wise?
can't
Because
wait to hear.
I got competitive Kelly, stop comparing yourself to others, and discerning Darla, don't judge a book by its cover. And then the two cards that flew out with that was the Tower,
Mm,
crumbling foundations, but meant to allow to be built back up with stability, upsetting event, unexpected happenings, or tower moment,
mhm.
and then some sort of progress again. So this is like the card of the day, I guess. Our progress and renewal. What did you get, or what were
Well,
you?
I wondered what this was because I had the Lovers in reverse fall out again with the Tower, but the Lovers can also be it's again it's that self-love
Is
and understanding when there's
Yeah, or is
harmony.
there a comparison? Maybe even if it's not love or whatever,
Yep.
like where's the comparison?
Doubting yourself, right? And so checking to see where you have a misalignment of values or where you need to invest in yourself more self-love wise, which I know you've been trying to do. And then this again, the Tower card is like big aha moments, revelations that
Oh, you
help
got the
you
Tower also?
again. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You had it and I had it. Right.
And thinking with your Gemini energy, that would make sense if it's the self comparison and the mirror to oneself being
Mm-hmm.
brought to the forefront right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Gemini energy wants to go like let's just say that's what's happening. You're holding a mirror and you're seeing like the versions of yourself that you could be versus like, am I doing enough? Am I feeling enough? Am I putting enough effort? Am I putting enough effort into the right places? Um, Instead of like being like, yes, everything I'm doing is enough
Yeah.
for right now, for what it needs to be.
Yep. I pulled also the Magician in reverse, which is also like a card of lack of confidence in your capacity to manifest what you want, um, or feeling a bit insecure about your way forward. So this is like you continuing to double down on your confidence. She said, "Yes, this is definitely my Gemini energy."
But you are in alignment.
Yep.
See, I'm loving myself. So these are the I am statements that I want you to write down for this month. I am in alignment, and reassure yourself, I am in alignment. So when you start doubting in your mind and your focus starts going to too far in the future or too far in the past, bring it back to like right here, right now. I am in alignment. I am in alignment. Everything is literally as it should be in this moment, right here, right now. And then I am loving myself.
Mm-hmm.
And bottom of the deck is I am breathing in new life.
Nice.
Gemini.
New changes. I pulled the Courage card. So bravery, adventure, brilliance, right? So having courage. And this is like literally this is a ship sailing on the sea, which you're getting ready to move abroad, right? And then I got the care card, which again feels like self-care, reinvesting in yourself, doubling down on, that trust you
Ooh.
have in yourself.
So my whole deck was right side up, and then there was one card,
Oh,
and it's the King of Wands, which is her Sag energy that wants to travel and see things in her chart.
I also got a card about being flexible, right? So making sure that you're being open-minded about what's coming at you, making sure you bend rather than like break through rigidity, shifting with grace. And then also I got the card Terrific, which is full of hummingbirds. And basically this is about, fantastic things are coming to you and things are going to pay off and greatness. Like this is good stuff. This is a great card, right? Good things coming to you with this big shift.
Yeah, but it's, it may be a bit of work. It may be, okay, some heavy lifting physically and, energetically in your life. Like, okay, there's a lot to do and I got to pick up the shit and delegate what I can delegate out, but also just being prepared that like this move or this leap or this way forward. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. So it's like this new opportunity, this new emotional fulfillment, this creative opportunity
Creativity.
that you're taking. It's like, okay, just being prepared, like it's going to take its toll. Like it's going to take some work. It's going to take some energy. Me with all the sticks. Yeah.
Give me all the sticks.
Doesn't mean it's bad. It's just like, all right, cool. I know, all right, we're at the bottom of the mountain. We got to pack up our gear and get to the other side. But you're moving and it's one step
Yep.
at a time and it's one
Yep.
foot forward and stop and take as many breaks as you need. Okay, who else? Okay, who else did we have in here? Oh, I know. So that is for MH. So this one, it's TM, but it's for N. And that is going to be, we'll just call it 2202.
You're welcome, Molly.
You're
It's
welcome.
so it's TM but it's for N.
Yeah.
Okay. What do I want to pick?
It's for
Is N a male?
yes.
Okay.
So I will hold on. I'm going to just clean up because this is okay. It's a couple,
Oh,
but mostly we'll focus on N. Okay, so 22.
is there a specific like area of
No,
focus? Okay.
nope. Just general energy. I just want to see what comes through. I actually started to get this high anxiety feeling. Like as soon as we switched over and switched energies.
I got a card suggesting like impulsiveness or haste. Maybe not thinking through certain things or having like really high expectations that are gonna kind of sabotage an effort. Whew. Oh, and that's interesting because when I was shuffling, I saw the King of Swords in reverse, and then it just fell out to King of Swords in reverse. So I got two kings here, King of Wands and King of Swords in reverse. So there's definitely like challenge energy. King of Swords in reverse is like can be like callousness or being really sharp with your words. Can be like not like lack of emotional intelligence or just being really out of sorts with your emotional control. It can sometimes be a little bit manipulative or like a misuse of power. So there could be just some like impulsiveness that's happening that's causing some harsh things to come out or even like a detachment from the emotions in a not healthy way. Like there needs to be a better balance of what's happening. Also maybe like needing to use your words more in terms of like truth, personal truth.
Yeah, I am shifting my perspective and I am exactly where I'm meant to be. But what came out with it is I was feeling the shift of perspective before I even pulled this one. I was feeling this shift of perspective being like shifting to a place of gratitude.
Yeah.
And then this one came out, and that's literally the be happy and the gratitude card, gratefulness. So it's like
Yeah.
finally in a place where like things are going well, things are going good. Opportunities have opened up, or the connections have been made. Finally, like getting some momentum going, and like um, really feeling like, okay, I'm exactly at the spot that I need to be in. I'm in the place that I'm supposed to be in. This feels comfortable. This feels good. This feels maybe like a good home resting spot for now. Doesn't have to be forever. Um, and this one, meeting basic needs, all needs met, refilling your spirit.
Yeah.
And it's always funny to me that this one says it twice, refilling your spirit. So it's like you've had a big shift in your mindset, and a lot that's happened. I would say like the past year, but more so like in these past few months, there just seems to be like what I feel like I'm looking at you and I see almost like his heart just expanding and getting bigger. And it's up to you, or later, yeah, whatever you want. So I just see like this heart getting bigger, and it's like this ability to love and care, and like I see his like ability to like be mindful of others beyond himself. Um, and that's what's going to like open up the other opportunities and connections.
I just feel like he has a really hard time making decisions and committing to them. Like, I don't know if that's the case for him, like just questioning things, like information overload, and then like a really overactive. The Knight of Cups in reverse is it can be like a very emotional card, moodiness. But this is like overactive imagination where you're like your mind gets the better of you and you're in like triggers all these emotions for you. So whatever his internal process is, it's like I don't know if it's a lack of confidence or like how to step into this newer version of him or new role, but there's like some impulsiveness, there's some like moodiness, there's some worry about making right choices or how he shows up in these new choices. But I did pull the card of like celebration. So whatever it is, this
Mhm.
like going back to the gratitude, like
Yeah, there's a
maybe
lot to be thankful
yeah,
for right now.
choosing what you get to celebrate right now is like what's working out. It's like I keep hearing like waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? Like how can this be good? And that's such an old saying. So it's like expecting things, no, seeing that things are working, but expecting that something's going to happen and like ruin it, right? So it feels like a
Yeah,
program.
something. Okay, so I just got these three fell out: Moon in reverse, Six of Wands in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune. And so um, the first two cards are representative of like not being able to see or be seen. Like Moon in reverse, right? Moon in reverse is like your face.
Because I'm reading what she's saying. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
Okay.
Okay, this makes sense based on the cards that I'm getting because it's causing him to, and I'm not even kidding you. This card says jealousy, but the word on the bottom says paranoia. Okay. So, like,
And I felt the anxiety when I
yeah.
first
So, what I
switched
was
over.
getting from my cards is like he's having a hard time internally making these choices because it feels like he doesn't know what's safe or what's right. And
Because
literally, go ahead.
no, yeah, you're two of swords in reverse, right? And so like the eyes are covered, and I'm
Mhm.
moon in reverse, right? Not being able to trust the intuition, or not knowing, like automatically assuming the negativity or the bad, like because this is the intuition card, right?
So Tara, I actually think it's jealousy. I don't know if it's mental illness on her part. I feel like it's jealousy. So in some way she sees him succeeding and it's not her succeeding. Like I've got two cards that have the word jealousy on it. I think it's like a, oh my gosh, and I just had betrayal pull out, like fall out of the deck. So and trust. So there's some stuff going on in their connection is causing him to doubt his way forward. And I honestly think it's because she's jealous. Like some people cannot handle being in.
Or like seeing other people's growth.
Yes. So like I had a partner for a very long time that would outwardly support me, but in a manipulative way, do everything he could to make sure that I couldn't expand in my business because it meant that I'd be successful and it would take me away from the home where that made him comfortable. So it feels like that kind of energy where there's an insecurity or a jealousy of like him succeeding and it's not her succeeding. It makes her feel insecure about what she's not doing or her
Yeah.
capacity. That's what it
Or
feels like to me.
maybe her path or who knows. I got it. Make sure it's more than just physical, should feed your heart and soul too. So it shouldn't just be feel good stuff, right? It needs to be somebody who can be there to emotionally support your dreams, visions, goals, be on the same page. Oh shit, you got the anxiety card.
Yes. And I don't know, he may need to take some time away from her. He may need to take a vacation away from her.
I got they're just not that into you.
Oh,
So it's interesting because we can actually put ourselves and be in relationships and connections and stay with people for the sake of like, I like this person, I love this person, but you can outgrow people very easily in different ways, and or
well, fear
you know
does a
you
lot of things to
can
people.
drift. Yeah, especially if there's like paranoia and anxiety. And I'm not one to automatically jump into assuming negativity, negative entities, um and stuff like that when it comes to the spiritual realm. That to me is a very like, I choose to not um tap into that shit. Like back when I was in church all the time and they talked about the devil all the fucking time, I was like, y'all sure talk about the fucking devil a lot for being people who don't want to be team devil. You're feeding it energy. You're feeding the negativity by thinking about it and giving it focus. And so when I see people like I had someone else recently the other day go, um, she was recording, like I guess it's like an app where it records your sleep. So if you're like sleep talking or to hear your breathing or to like monitor your health or whatever. And she heard some noises and like got fearful over it at first. And I was like, no, I see actually an old couple. I see a grandma and grandpa around, and I see this, I see that. Like, I see them trying to not disturb you and not wake you up. And they're like tiptoeing around the house, trying to not make noise. Like,
Way to go, guys.
yeah, yeah. Like, success. But it was just a reminder because then I got more validation from the grandparents that were coming through. They ended up being her grandparents. But I'm like, you can't always jump to the negative shit.
Yeah, fear.
So, yeah, it's so if it could be mental illness because I just looked up, it was 11:11 and the timer said 33. So I don't know if those numbers are significant, but um, when people automatically jump to negative entities, attachments, demons, like,
I mean, it sounds like she's bypassing her own toxicity and trying to blame it on the spirit world.
right, because our attachments sometimes can be our shadow selves and the shit that
I mean, that's not to say that these things don't happen, but if you're gonna like
they do.
consistently gonna say that, if you're gonna consistently use that as like an excuse for what's going on, then it's less probable that it's an actual attachment. It's more likely it's gonna be your own wound that needs healing. Like that just from the experience of being an energy healer for 8.5 years, like, you know,
Yeah. And my thing is there needs to be an honest, like, sit down look when it comes to your intuition. Because if I didn't have validation, all of the things I receive would sound like psychosis if I didn't have validation. If I said, hey, your dead grandma's talking to me and this is what she says, and you go, what the fuck are you talking about? I have no idea, right?
Mhm.
If then I'm something's wrong with me, right? So without validation, without like other people's, how do I say this when it comes to like energy attachments or negativity? Because I've seen shadow stuff attached to people when doing energy work,
Mhm.
but I see it as a part of them or something traumatic that happened and stuck in their like energy field or their like storyline somewhere, and that's them carrying it. I've also seen or read where like ancestors can come through the living and work things out through the living, and pattern and past life stuff come out. So like I want to be very careful because like mental health, psychosis and all that is very, very real, but
Mhm.
so is spiritual shit
Yep.
because we experience that part of it. And so I want to just be very careful. But like I said, without the validation of things, like there's been times where I'll tune into somebody, I get something, and then I'll have you tune into it and you're like, oh my God. And you're not one to jump to this person has bad energy attached to them. You're not like that at all either, unless you see it. And there's been a couple times where we both have like,
Seen it.
yo, we see it,
Yeah.
but it's this person's addiction. Or
Yeah.
it's this person's like shit that happened when they were little and they like project it outwards and they're like attaching negativity to their filter and viewpoint on things, and it's coming through as like paranoia or not being like grounded in their reality. And so,
Well, and also
um,
it also those things just it's a perpetual cycle. Like when you're stuck in that loop, then you open yourself up more to outside energies that are attracted to that. So like it
it's
can be
intention,
it can be
right?
a vicious cycle. And I tell people too, like if you're paranoid about dark entities and attachments, you will end up having them because you're
Hmm.
essentially calling it in and making
Hmm.
your auric field like vulnerable and open
And
to
you're
it.
saying, I believe in it.
Yep.
And
I
when you
mean,
believe
it
and you
exists.
subscribe to it, right,
Yep.
but it doesn't have to like be at the forefront. Because to me,
Mm.
the shit happens is when you're like paying attention to it and you're
Yeah, you
focusing
manifest
your,
it. That will become your reality, right?
yeah. And so I'm definitely not one to automatically jump into like, this person has an attachment, or like people who constantly like will go to like people's homes or public places and be like, oh, I feel negative energies here. And it's like, well, yeah, you're in a place with people and their dead loved ones all around them.
Yep.
You could very well be feeling all of that. But like I don't go to someone's house and jump into like, oh, this place is haunted with evil demons and like that's like, maybe you need an energy clearing. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're both like, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Reading that comment.
Um,
Just, tell him to, well, he may not be in a position to listen to you. Like, you know how it is, like trying to listen to your spouse tell you something, but it's easier to get it from your best friend, right? But just keep reinforcing to him that um, if he trusts himself, like he's going to be okay, you know.
yeah. Okay. All right. Next we have, okay, who else is here watching that is on the list?
I don't think anybody. He'll listen from Auntie Mio. She said, "Do it." It sounds like you have to have a conversation with him.
Of course.
I don't think
Okay.
anyone else. I don't think
Okay.
anyone else on the list
I'm
is.
gonna jump back to, okay, so we did CD. So the next one, 3924. Okay. CSC.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm just gonna fix this real quick. Okay. CSC. What is in store for CSC? I think
My
it's CSC. And if it's not CSC, it's CS. H. But
My
it's a
cards don't want to come out.
it's like I probably should have double checked how to spell her last
Ooh,
name. But it's Catherine, if you're watching, that's you.
that's funny. Okay, I got cards about releasing limiting beliefs finally, so that's awesome. That's the devil in reverse.
Big old shot.
Also, like exploring yourself through shadow work. That's really important in detaching from old patterns that have been holding you back. This is really about freedom, but it's also about like recognizing where you have resentment or even like a lack of will to move forward by yourself, like feeling where do you feel disempowered to move forward, or where do you feel like held back or chained and bound into place? But this is about you restoring control to your life and releasing limiting beliefs. I do feel like you're at some kind of ending. So the Ten of Swords, literally stabbing this person in the back, right? So this could be like some kind of painful ending to something where there's grief, or it could even be like you're confronting some deep wounds that have been there for a while and you're finally feeling that loss, or coming to terms with it. And so these things together could be that you're finally coming to terms with some betrayal or deep loss, or like an ending of something and moving forward with that or from that. And then I did pull the Knight of Cups in reverse. So again, this is a card of like moodiness or disappointment. So you could be feeling disappointed with the emotional level of whatever it is that you've come through, or like the loss of emotion or connection. This also can be like your mind is getting the better of you and it's like creating these emotional loops that you're getting caught in. Also jealousy. But what you're moving toward is the Nine of Cups, which is like wishes fulfilled. So you are definitely leaving one thing and stepping into something that feels much more emotionally fulfilling for you.
Yeah.
Birth is a portal. Okay.
New
Yep.
create like something new, creative energy being
Mhm.
created.
Yeah. And then I also pull like bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups, which is really feeling like you have all these choices and you're not really sure what to move toward. So it's got you feeling a little bit like, okay, what next? But really searching for purpose. So you're leaving one thing and you know that you're wanting to enter into something new and you're headed towards something that feels emotionally fulfilling.
Yeah.
But you're like, you have all these options and you're not quite sure what to settle on yet.
Cutting things away in order to hold things together. So something ending. I also got this one, Seed the Light by Staying Grounded. But it reminded me of like a just energetic protection also.
Yeah.
Like the way that what caught my eye was more the visuals on this one, and the fact that all three of these ones I got were all like blue cards.
Very blue. Yeah.
Very blue. The birth and then the breath of the cosmos, micromanaging the universe.
I don't remember what this person's story is, but I feel like there's some learning that's happening.
I know it was
Wisdom.
work related the last time that
Okay.
we pulled things.
So
Whoa. Hold on.
so
That was like
wisdom,
thousand
wisdom and
percent.
authority. So there's some learning that's happening. And this card says love on it, but it's about respect,
Respect, yeah.
respect and
So
appreciation.
these flew, and I was just telling you it was about work stuff. And so I don't know what's going on or the update in that, but I got game player, let's play, dropping the ball, making the most of a situation by inflating it, bounce back, and the ball is in your court. And then like 20 other cards come out.
I mean, I have the betrayal card too on the bottom of the deck, which that would be like the second card of betrayal with that Ten of
Yeah.
Swords.
This one says
Um,
things coming to light.
okay, so I just think that you're going to have some aha moments, or you've already had them, and you're trying to figure out what you get to do with that information and move forward. You may just have to be like this says painting, but tell a story. You may just have to be honest with yourself about what all of that is and accept it, and then decide to move on into the next
What
thing
is that?
that is more in alignment with you.
All right, let's get wisdom from the elders, aka the grandma deck.
The grandma deck.
It's not called that. It's called Madame Dora's fortune telling cards.
I don't know if you're going to be like signing a new contract. I don't know like what the work situation is, but this is something about a promise being made, or like your word is your bond, or like an agreement, verbal agreement. But this is something about contracts.
Let your feelings be your guide. Whoa. Okay. And these two flew out. Ain't life grand, Gertie? Being good natured never hurt anyone. You can be kind and firm at the same time. Those two came out together.
I don't know,
You
man.
can be kind and firm at the same time. Assertive Annie.
Assertive Annie.
All right, let's see. I'm going to pull Soul Mission from our deck.
Soul purpose, like soul mission.
Soul Mission.
Yep. Life purpose. Yeah, soul mission.
What we got going on? Direction. And then I think we should pull quickies. So she has a yes, no. Actually, I did that for the last couple readings. Like, okay, think of a yes, no question and then pull that. Okay. Your words and presence empower others to take brave steps forward. So you stepping up and advocating or speaking up about something is what's going to like be the domino effect for other people, either taking notice or kickstarting that line of the dominoes falling.
Mhm.
Empower and encourage. And it says, you illuminate truth and offer guidance in difficult times, bringing light to darkness. So again, something with your words is going to be shedding light and inspiring others to speak their truth. And yeah, bottom of the deck, your presence ignites growth and awakening in others, catalyst for growth.
I did pull from the quickies and I got This Is It and WTF Are You Waiting For?
Do you get that, the feeling like when you pulled that combo, I didn't get it like, this is it. I got it like, this is it.
Yeah.
That was my feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's definitely like an ending feeling or drawing a line or a boundary.
Yeah.
Because something doesn't feel right.
Ooh. Okay, let me pull one from here. What is right? What is off? Mm. So maybe something is not as they appear. Because I said the question was, what was off? Because you said something's off. So would that be?
Well, like that's the card of manifestation, right? And so maybe focusing on the wrong, not quote unquote wrong thing, or focusing your attention on a certain outcome when it may need to be different in order for it to be in your best and highest good. I mean, that's like the card of alchemy, right? So it could be like her belief in her ability to create what's best for her and feeling like pushed around by the elements of the situation versus like commanding that energy.
Okay, so that CSC. Next we have CN 4953.
And
Oops. God, this is so funny about these two people's energy. I literally just wrote, I told you I recorded the wrong readings for these two and got them mixed up because
Uh-huh.
I had saw the one sign up and then I saw the notification for the other reading and I got them flip-flopped. And they're both C names, right? And just now I wrote again the CN's timestamp on the other C's, like totally fucked that up. So it's so
Well,
weird that I keep like mixing them up.
them up.
Yeah. And they don't know each other. They're not even in the same state, I don't think.
That's funny. Okay, I got the Hanged Man in reverse. I'm sorry, the Hanged Man upright, which is taking a pause, surrendering, gaining new perspective. It's about enlightenment, right? So, how can you view your situation from a new perspective and what wisdom or enlightenment is there for you? It's also, deep insight, like taking time to get deep insight about whatever this is that you're in. And it is also a card of like change and release, right? So taking a minute to decide what it is that you have to let go of so that you can make room for the new. I did get the Eight of Cups in reverse, which is a card of, typically it's a card about like leaving something behind when it's in the upright, but this is like avoidance or not addressing something because you're afraid to like what it's going to do to change the situation. So if I say XYZ, then everything changes after that point. So this is avoiding something that needs to be addressed, especially emotionally. It's also the fear of loss. So you could be racked with some like indecision about something because you're afraid of what change it's going to bring. And then it's also a card of like trying one more time. Let's give this one more go to see what happens. But it feels like it's coming from a place of like, I'm not quite ready to take the steps
Hmm.
to move beyond this. So I'm going to stay in this energy and just analyze a little bit longer, which is that hanged man energy. Like just surrender to what is and watch it and see what kind of insight comes.
Yeah, I pulled two new moon cards, which is basically like and things not being illuminated yet, right? So you got new moon in Pisces and new moon in Sagittarius. So the first one says attune to the divine. The other one says focus on the positive. And so let's see if you can see that. So it's not being able to see. The night is dark when it's a new moon. It's like not having all of the available information, or it's like trying to read something and it's so dark that you're like, I need more light, I need more time, I need this moon to illuminate more so that it like starts to make sense as to the decisions that I have to make moving forward. But the new moon in Sag is saying focus on the positive. So going, I can't see, it's dark out, but like, okay, what do I know?
Yeah.
What do I know for a fact? Where do I know that if I'm trying to hike at night that my footsteps are going to land like in the right spot? Bottom of the deck, another new moon in Aquarius, open up to change.
Yeah. There's like some level of feeling like you have to defend yourself or compete against something or protect or persevere. Um, there's a little bit of like burnout energy and unfocused energy too. So maybe feeling like you have to maintain some sort of control, but you actually don't know what you're moving toward or how to move toward it if you do know what it is. And like there's no certainty in what's going to happen if you do make a decision, right? So this is like feeling restless but not having direction. And so again, you just have to kind of like get some perspective on what direction you want to go and why. I wonder what this is about.
It's funny you said what direction you want to go and why, and I got all paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, whereas then all those new moon cards is about trusting the intuition, trusting where your feet are going to land, and saying like turn your gaze within. gosh, it's like, so what decisions, what direction? Doesn't matter. It's the one that you feel called to. That's what the lesson is. It's not
Okay.
about the where because it says all paths lead to the same place. So it's about the journey that it's going to take you through um, while you're learning to trust this part of you more and more. So I'm going to pull your soul mission cards. I'm definitely going to need a nap today. Had
You
me out
know,
past my bedtime last night.
I was thinking it's like dreary here too. Okay, so I got the card flexible, like needing to be flexible, and this already has come up for somebody else in these readings. So bending, not breaking, like shifting with grace. So I feel like you're coming up to some kind of decision point. And I keep getting references to, I don't know if there's like a person in your life. Bottom of the deck on my tarot deck is the Emperor in reverse, which can be a very manipulative, domineering energy, can be very stubborn and reckless or like very controlling. It could be that you're making a decision to break away from a situation that feels like you're constrained in. But I also got a card called hide. I feel like maybe you're either hiding yourself or there's something going on with a person, a situation in your life where it's not like there's hidden secrets, or it's not, there's like a lack of fairness or equity that's happening, something misleading. And I also, bottom of the deck of this deck is also that jealousy card. So
Mm.
this, though, the word that caught my eye is possessiveness and competitiveness. The words,
Mm-hmm.
it's, so there's some kind of energy in your space that is creating discomfort, and it feels like it's controlling or constraining in some way.
Yeah. So you said that as this came out, and I didn't see this towards like as a relationship thing. I actually saw it more like a sneaky person or a conniving
Yeah,
person in
something
their
manipulative.
in your energy field, like someone in your life that's like, look at it, secretive, hidden agenda, red flag, ho. And then these three came out together. So again, cutting things away in order to fix it. Right? This is feeding your soul, making sure like everything's taken care of, feeding your soul, your body. And then this is the second time this came out today. Things
Right.
coming to light
Yep.
or asking for help from authority. So I wonder if this, because these were two separate piles, so I wonder if this is like calling attention to
Yep.
this red flag person. Because you had,
It was like the Emperor in reverse and like some kind of form of like jealousy or possessiveness or control. It just feels constraining.
mm, yeah. I just got a text that validated that. So thank you.
Oh,
Your leadership inspires others to follow a path of love, and your words and presence empower others to take brave steps forward. So that's almost the same energy as the other reading we did about like speaking up to
yep.
like call truth or bring light to a situation
Yep.
at work or something. Um, but like everything that you're doing, you're going to be doing it with love and good intention. And you it's like not doing it to like you're not doing it to be a pain in the ass. You're not trying to cause problems at all. Um, but whatever you say, it's going to empower others to speak up and be like, yeah, this person's a piece of shit, or this person, whatever. So the bottom of the deck, your purpose involves raising the energy of those around you.
Yeah. I love that. I'm just going to see what comes out of this one.
Okay. You're going to pull a nest.
Definitely there's something going on in your environment. Someone who's like, you're going to have to like let us know what this is, but someone, it just feels like it's a domineering energy and
You wait, show the card again.
drama queen.
Oh, okay. So
right?
there's maybe is the color red even significant, or how
Could
this
be.
person dresses?
So regardless, you got it. Like this is what you're working toward, finding balance, which
Okay.
I think is going to come. And on the bottom of the deck here, it says say less. Um, I feel like this is more about like letting whoever this is, whatever the situation is, letting that situation like
Speak for
figure
itself.
itself, like
Almost.
speak for itself. Like
Or
you
like,
just have to observe and you'll see very clearly. Like say less, listen more, and you'll see very clearly who the
mm-hmm.
drama, like what's going on, what's the drama.
Well,
I don't.
dang.
Reading cold is so interesting.
No, shit. I just got a text that said, yeah, there's like a lady at work causing drama.
Oh, I missed
Yeah.
that part. I said that you said I just got a text confirming that, but I wasn't sure if it was like
Not on
specific.
the comments. No, no, no.
Okay.
Just validating.
Yep.
All right, cool. So let's move since I know that. All right. 10122.
Okay. Who's okay? IW.
You don't have your kids today?
I don't.
Okay, so you're
They
not
went.
in any rush.
I mean, I
Because we're kind of
technically
slow today. We're
we
only
are
like
short
six
today.
in. We're like
I do
halfway
have
through.
I do have things to do, but like
I know.
we'll get there.
I have a lot of editing to do, so
I have like 5 loads of laundry to do.
I have
5
like
loads of
5 loads of
laundry that I
laundry
will
to
do, but I
fold.
will not fold.
I know. I'm like, no, mine's clean. I just have to fold it and put it away.
That's my Libra stellium, though. Like for real, it's just I got other things I could be doing. It's clean.
I mean, my thing is like, I'm like, oh, I got a lot done. But then I look around, I'm like, there's still so much to do.
I know. Same. Okay, so IW.
Unless IW needs to spring clean.
I mean, I haven't like caught up with IW in a little bit, but oh my jeez, what is going on? I know that there was a situation for her that was like not so awesome that I read for her about, and I'm getting cards that are kind of similar. So like definitely the energy of like still, still experiencing like disappointment or grief or loss. And I feel like it just feels like it's a heaviness, right? It doesn't feel like it's necessarily like heartbreak through a relationship, but it feels like there's some struggle. Oh yeah, this is a card of depression too and
Mm-hmm.
sadness. So
Like
whatever it
heavy
is,
heart. Yeah,
yep,
something
there's some
of bringing
emotional
a
stuff.
heavy heart.
Yep.
It doesn't
And
necessarily, yeah, mean like you're sitting in your room like fucking sad and not doing anything, but literally it's like there's something weighing.
yeah, and I got the Fool in reverse, which is about like hesitation to move forward. It's also can be like a card of recklessness or impulsiveness. Um, but this to me feels like it's like almost like a holding back or being stuck. And I don't know, I can't remember like what the particulars of the situation was before, but it feels like there's just some disappointment over what I'm hearing is like the lack of expansion that was possible, like she was expecting more expansion. This also, yeah, the sun in reverse, feeling a little bit down.
Yeah.
Like I just keep hearing disappointment, like she's disappointed in something. Um, and there's a little bit of this is another card of depression. So
Which one
um
is it?
the sun in reverse. So you got a
Oh,
card of depression, I got 2 cards of depression. It just feels like there's some heaviness that's going on, and maybe you're just waiting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm going to definitely pull more.
I got it's a kangaroo card and it says family unity. And it says strength, which strength card is the Leo energy, and I know she's Leo.
So
Roll with
that's
the punches,
yeah, okay.
ease of movement, home away from home, and aggressive protection.
Yeah, I feel like this is a family issue thing or a family like disharmony thing.
Hmm.
Um, because I got the card, the lovers in reverse, not the lovers, the two of cups in reverse, which is about disharmony in unions, right? In connections, an imbalance, tension, lack of communication, and like a lack of harmony in
Harmony.
yeah, in like agreements or relationships, right? And also the seven of cups, which is like this can be that choices, wishful thinking, but like no one's choosing what like, it's like illusion as well. So maybe you're having grief or sadness over the illusion of like our relationships in this family should be looking different and they're not right now. There's like disharmony that's happening.
Yeah, because I have a set of cards that I'm having a hard time making sense of because the first one came out while you were talking about like, the heaviness or the heartbreak of this depression. And then the other one was like that family unity thing. But then I got this three set that I'm like, I don't know if this is a person or situation or like it's not her directly, but it could be like her watching somebody else treat somebody else this way. So maybe it's like that's why maybe the protection or something's coming through. But it's the codependency card, but
Yeah.
it's the rescuer and the fixer, or some sort of like, you know, negative, like addiction or some sort of like codependency on something. Um, with this one, it's the umbrella, which again is another protection
Yep.
energy, right? Keeping you safe,
Sheltering.
sheltering,
Yep.
a need for protection. And then this one, again, more protection, the fucking cop, right?
That one's come up 3 times for 3 different people.
Right.
That's interesting.
So what are you, or what could we got three mentions of like wanting to keep people safe or
Well,
like
my
or
read on this
something.
is that she's very much in this space of like mama hen, mama bear, and wants
Yeah.
these things to be working or going a certain way. And she's really disappointed with the lack of harmony despite her best efforts or despite her wishes or hopes that it will look and feel a certain way. So that's my read on it, like wanting to create this people getting along and people supporting each other and harmony, and it's just not happening the way that she's hoping for it to. That's what it feels like to me.
Mm.
Sorry, Vicky was texting me asking
Oh yeah, tell her we
where
haven't
she
missed
can
her.
watch the replay, and I'm like, well, actually, we haven't even gotten to you yet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
We got
I got another
actually I
card of
wasn't even thinking.
harmony. So this
Harmony.
is the peace card, but like the top word there is harmony. So that's what you're seeking: order, calmness, serenity. It feels like that's what you're seeking, and it's a process. So you got to be patient. This is a process of growth for everybody involved.
Yeah, it says not your job to please everyone. Free Franny.
I'm gonna free Franny.
But I did get compassionate, Carla. Put yourself in their shoes. So that is that shift in perspective going, okay, well, why are they acting like this?
Mm-hmm.
They are, this was almost done. I almost could have died. Like, put yourself in their shoes a little bit because oh my God, that's so funny. Her middle name is Frances. And
Love
she got the
that.
free Franny. So this though, what's the worst that could happen? It was saying put yourself in their shoes, and this one's going, what's the worst that could happen? But so it's saying the male counterpart is going, I'm facing the worst case scenario of something. And so that's like the why as to like the shift in um behavior. So
It just started raining here too. So purifying, letting go, washing clean.
she loves to clean.
Does she?
She loves clean things. Show others the path by living your truth authentically.
Okay.
So you kept getting all the balance and harmony cards. This says balance and express your divine energies to guide others to finding their balance.
Right, but don't make it your job to fix it.
Yeah, so you're here to uplift and inspire others with your light. Share. All right. Anything else?
I mean, other than like what this situation is showing you is like where you get to dive into some of your deeper work around why you feel like you have to orchestrate some of these things or have control or just ask yourself like, what is my motivation here? Why do I want this? Why am I taking on all this responsibility if that's what it feels like? And you have to have some boundaries.
I
Okay.
just looked at the clock as it was 1:11:11.
Oh, excellent. Synchronicity. Okay, who's next?
Next. If you are on the live and you purchased, I think is V, are you here?
Vicky, did you pop on?
If you're here and you purchased a reading, let me know because I can move you up in the list. Otherwise,
Yeah, she did purchase a reading, so
I just meant like to comment.
yeah. I just sent her a text message, so
Okay, so
we'll see.
11206. Just want to
Okay,
let
we'll just
everyone
leave
know.
her.
Yeah, I am using a Mr. Sketch.
Does it smell good? I can smell it. I thought you were holding it up so I could smell it.
Yeah.
What is it? What scent is it? I almost said flavor.
Oh, I don't know. Red.
It's red flavor.
Red number 40.
Red scent.
I got to see Vicky while she was here and hug her in real life.
Okay, so she's not on yet.
That's okay.
So she's just navigating to her. She can't seem to find the email I sent her, so she's just navigating to our YouTube to find us.
Hold on. Yeah. And for future, anybody that goes to our YouTube, we set up the future month's link you just have to click the live tab. Here, let me text her.
Whew.
Yeah, so like usually by the time I'm done with this, I'll already have July's link set up and you can just hit notify. And that's where you can also rewatch all the old lives. So on our YouTube page under the live tab, not videos. Videos are pre-recorded. Lives are when we do these live streams. Oh. All right.
Okay. So I had one card come out for Vicky. It's the Ten of Cups, which is an awesome card. So divine love, harmony, blissful relationships. Card of Pisces. Ooh, contentment.
I got this twice. Open-minded Ophelia. Doesn't have to make sense to me.
I also got the Knight of Cups in reverse, which is like disappointment, also that moodiness, overactive imagination. Maybe like this is focusing on like what is actually really good versus like feeling disappointed in something. I also have the card Seven of Cups, which is, again, like this has come up for several people, a card of like opportunities, wishful thinking, but like also illusion and not knowing which to choose. There's just so much going on in searching for purpose, really. Like, which cup do I choose? Which direction do I go? But really, this is also a card of manifesting. You like you're daydreaming about what is possible, but still not moving toward it, right? So seeking that magnetic line of like, what do I move toward, even though there's all these things. And then, of course, the Hanged Man. Again, this is the third time this card has come up as well. So needing to pause or surrender to gain perspective, a little bit wider view of why, like how you want to feel moving forward. What do you want to be working toward? What kind of decision do you like when you're making a decision? What do you want that end goal to feel like or to look like? So I feel like you're in this like, okay, what are the next steps? What am I going to be doing with my time? What am I going to be doing with my energy and my efforts? But you're moving into this energy, that 10 of Cups, which is beautiful, like fulfilled energy. Oh, and you're pretty in your head. Haha, you're pretty in your head. Like that's the nightmares in your head card. Like literally can't sleep, but it's in reverse. So it's like the card of releasing worry, needing to release worry and fear and just kind of go for it. Inner turmoil. I'm handing it over to you.
Oh, okay, sorry. I got the open-minded Ophelia, so something about where it doesn't have to make sense to me. This kind of reminds me of just like we had conversation where we're like, we love and support all the people in our lives. Doesn't have to make sense to us, the decisions that other people make, right? I got relaxed Rocky, give in to temptation, indulge yourself. You're worth it.
You're worth it.
You are worth it. And then the bottom of the deck is count your blessings. Joyful June.
Joyful June.
Tarot, I got, hold on, sorry, these ones.
Here we go.
Oh. All right, I got Seven of Swords in reverse, Nine of Cups, Two of Swords in reverse, and the Chariot in reverse.
Did you say the Nine of Cups?
Nine of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
So the Seven of Swords in reverse. It's like the truth. It could be like the truth revealed, right?
Yeah, it's like the coming clean card.
It's like the clear consciousness, a clarity. This is the wishes coming true in the fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
So
Feeling satisfied. Yep.
what is it going to take? Or am I in this place? Because you got 10 of Cups.
I did.
Where I'm trying to achieve this happy home and this happy fulfilled life, right? But the Two of Swords, right? So this is some sort of like, where's the hesitancy coming? Because I also got the Chariot in reverse, which to me is like that pullback or like that delay or the what is stopping this thing from moving forward to having my wishes fulfilled,
right?
Or the 10 of Cups fulfillment, right? So where's that coming in? Ooh, and then this one, when I moved to the bottom of the deck, the King of Cups was underneath that Chariot card. So that, where is that feeling of the balance of the head, the heart, the safety, the emotional safety, emotional fulfillment, someone strong but soft.
Well, I got another card of like choice, like future choice. It says difference at the top, but it's destiny, choice, future. So I feel like you're thinking about what you want the next stage to look like and how you're going to do it, or logistically what that may mean for you. I also did get a card of like, it says loneliness and
I, I got the Space Ranger. And to me,
Yeah.
that's like you're out there on like you're distant, right? Or
Yeah. Yep.
distance.
So this, oh yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I got a card of risk taking to go ahead, like go after this. Glory favors the brave. Um,
They got a second message about like treating yourself and like taking care of yourself.
mhm.
And I also got the Tower.
God, I just feel like there's that decision being made. Yeah. New beginnings, evolution, new beginnings, reinventing, transformation. Look at all the butterflies,
Unless you actually get to go to Paris.
right? So that's the
Treat
tower
yourself to
card, right?
Paris. Yeah, it is Tower.
I just feel like you're on the verge of making a choice that's going to bring you to like and I pulled so I saw the gratitude card on the bottom of the deck, and then I just pulled it out as after I shuffled. So there's appreciation, cherishing what has happened so far. I just feel like you're on the verge of making a decision to like redefine how you do things or what you're offering or where you're going. Even it feels like physical movement to me, at least for part of the time or part of the year. I mean, I even pulled the card countryside. Not that not that you have aspire to go live on a farm or anything, but it just feels like,
Maybe a trip though, like a
yeah, she's been traveling a lot. It just could be that you're going to be spending some time in another place doing what you do, or what you've been doing is going to start to bring you to new places based on your interests.
maybe this is more of the retreat stuff too coming up in terms of travel.
Maybe.
Um, I got your ability to hold space for others is a sacred gift. Your
Owie,
soul mission.
owie. I just hit my elbow and it hurt really bad.
Oh no.
So maybe that's significant.
And your presence ignites growth and awakening in others. So maybe that's what's drawing you to these people or places, right? You're supposed to be physically present to ignite, grow, awaken, and hold space.
Yeah, I just feel like there's some movement. There's movement involved.
Tell us more about that. Tell us more about
It's already in motion. Look before you leap, though. Don't walk, run to this. Step it up.
what is going on.
I don't know. I can't wait to find out.
Earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. Telling you, more travel, more rest, connecting with nature. You said countryside farm or something. You're like, I'm not saying go move in the countryside. Yeah, but she might want you to go visit.
Right.
Mama Earth calling you home to come visit.
Come
Okay.
visit. Okay, we got 5 more. 3, 4, 5.
I'm just going to go down the list now. Okay, so CST. 1, 2, 4, 3, 3.
Okay.
CST.
All right. Let's see if we can't. Some shit messages.
Oh, just dropped half the deck.
Oh. Dang.
definitely need a nap after this.
I know, I'm like,
I would like as
I
soon
need
as
to drink
this.
a bunch of water and I need to eat something.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got the King of Pentacles, which is very grounded energy, very balanced, very wealthy, stable energy, very secure. He's a great leader, very disciplined, very prosperous. I'm trying to figure out if this is your energy or something else, but it came out with the Eight of Cups, which is definitely walking away. It's disappointment, it's abandonment, it's withdrawal, walking away, leaving something behind. I need to pull more cards to know what this King of Pentacles is about. Oh, I
Whoa.
just heard this is about you and your worth, right? Like you have to understand your worth and you have to walk away from the things that don't support that.
So I
My
got
dog.
4 that flew out. We got Don't Judge a Book by its cover. It's telling me to take one baby step at a time.
Wow. I keep getting the Hanged Man card.
Let your feelings be your guide. With the one baby step at a time, and you got Hangman.
Yeah. Need for
And
perspective.
try again. Bottom of the deck, stop judging yourself and others.
Yeah. So, okay. So the Hanged Man is the need for perspective, taking a pause, surrendering, actually looking at things from a bigger, wider view to understand and be enlightened. It's deep insight. It's also change and release, like you're getting ready to release something. And the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, this is like feeling a lack of self-worth, lack of pride in self, a false sense of security. I really do feel like in this case, this is about you needing to honor like who you are and what you're worthy of, what you deserve, but you have to believe that first. So this is like a lack of self-worth. And then I got the bottom of the deck, I got Judgment, which is like it's rebirth, it's resurrecting, it's you like leaving behind a version of yourself and like resurrecting as something new. It's also like awakening or redemption.
Literally, I just pointing it to the wrong camera. Literally got the Awakening card, which is the Four of Swords, or Four of Swords in reverse is like awakening and recovery.
Yeah. Yep.
I also got the World card in reverse. So if there's some sort of lack of closure.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I pulled Envy.
Bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups.
Okay, that's emotional, like intelligence, nurturing,
Yep.
compassion, empathy. I got the Envy card and I also got Naive. So this could be your energy, like having envy, or this could be someone else being envious of you. This Naive card, I think, goes with the Hanged Man. Like, what do you need to pause and become very aware of and admit to yourself? Like, where have you been denying seeing a truth, or where have you been naive to trust, or what do you need to be honest with yourself about? I also got Spiritual Bath. So it's time for some deeper processing, deeper meditation, maybe taking up some salt baths, maybe like really sinking into this energy of like, who am I and what do I bring to the table? What do I want to accomplish? Who do I want working with me? What is worth my time and my energy? How have you been abandoning yourself? What wounds need healing?
Yep. exactly what she's saying. To sit and ponder, ask yourself all those questions.
I also got the card Two-Faced on the bottom of the deck. So being very aware of masks that people are wearing or lies that are being told, or how you are one way in one situation and a different way in the next, or how someone else may be that way. Okay.
Let's see.
Also, split in the deck is the inner turmoil card, right? So lots of
What's going
fear,
on?
releasing worry, having hope, letting go of a situation.
So right now, focus on things that are going to bring you joy and laughter.
Yep.
High vibration, fun. Say this is going to be a year of yes, or a year where I'm going to have fun. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Your honesty and integrity are guiding lights for others. It's like you giving yourself permission gives everyone else permission to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, you're here to teach others about love without conditions or expectations. Like, I'm loving you because you're you, not because of what you can do for me.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yep.
loving you because of who I am and what my heart is about, not performative of based on your performance. Okay. We already did that one. That one. 1, 3, 2, 2, 4.
Okay. W. Wow.
What, Maria?
I don't know if you feel like, okay, this is for JW. I don't know if you feel like you've missed an opportunity or something passed you by.
Things don't pass.
The Ace of Pentacles is like, it's a card of manifestation of abundance and opportunities, particularly with regard to like money, work, what that kind of stuff. But it can be anything. Maybe you need to spend a little bit of time planning more about your next steps forward. Maybe you're wanting to manifest something, but you're not doing anything to plan for how you would take steps. But I feel like this is the energy of you maybe feeling like you missed out on a chance or missed out on your opportunity. I don't know if that's the case though. I don't know if that's true. I think it's maybe like a fear. Oh, King of Cups. So I don't know if you're trying to like manifest a man or a partner. This is being emotionally balanced, compassion, diplomatic, or there's somebody in your life that's like that you are attracted to, or I don't know, hoping for some kind of connection. Hold on, I had things that just flew out. So I had the Six of Swords in reverse fly out, and that is feeling like you're in a personal transition, but like you don't know how to move from like the stormy waters to the calmer waters. You're feeling kind of stuck in something, and also maybe feeling like you're carrying some emotional baggage with you, like I don't know, like you're bringing stuff with you into, or you're afraid of bringing stuff with you into something new, or someone, I'm just hearing this, someone is not going to appreciate you for who you are because of the stuff that you've been through, or they may judge you for that. Are you having trouble with perfectionism? So 8 of Pentacles in reverse is feeling uninspired or not motivated, but it's also like you can't move forward because you are feeling worried about how your stuff isn't good enough or how you're not going to perform well, or it has to be just perfect or just right for you to move forward. Yes, in the Empress in reverse, this is like a lack of it's creative blocks. It's like being impatient, but it's also feeling indecisive or overwhelmed. But I think of the Empress as like the ultimate in confidence and nurturing and love and manifestation and fertility. So it feels to me like you don't feel like you're very much in your feminine right now. Like she's the ultimate divine feminine. It feels like you feel very separated from that. And that is kind of thwarting your efforts to like you feel like you're missing your chance because you aren't embodied as I guess a divine feminine the way that you want to be, and you're not being you feel stuck. I'm hoping that makes sense to you.
Okay, so I actually got a different set of like energy altogether while you were talking. Um, and so basically the cards I got are about somebody watching your relationship. I
Oh,
got the yellow card, which is the caution, eyes are watching, or issues, not what it appears from the outside, and it paired up, fell out together with the love and couples card, the union card, and it says watching things bloom and grow. So you got two cards about watching, and one says eyes are watching, and this one says watching things bloom and grow. So maybe there is somebody that's like keeping tabs on your relationship or your connection, whatever's going on, like watching, or somebody slipped up and they saw something. Um,
oh,
so I got and I say that because the Knight of Wands in reverse is a reckless card. So maybe like somebody or a lack of self-control or something like that. With the Four of Cups in reverse, which is like uh clarity and awareness of something. So maybe it's brought to your attention that somebody knows who you are, or knows your page, or knows this, or knows where you work, or knows something. And then this is funny. Debbie does denial, so sometimes it's better to stay in the dark.
Debbie does denial.
But this is interesting. This was the bottom of the deck. Move quietly, but strike with great force.
Stealth. Yep.
So I don't know if that resonates, or if it's not direct relationship for you, but that's what came out. And I got it.
Like,
Also, it's not your job to please everyone.
yeah, I also got be flexible. So like just be flexible and open-minded about how things can unfold. I'm also feeling like you're on kind of an opening journey, like an opening up journey. So this is like be patient with yourself. It's a process. But you're on a path for growth, and I think that's wonderful. Interesting.
Make sure it's more than just physical. It should feed your heart and soul too.
Hmm.
With pause, take a step back and let the situation breathe.
Yeah, I don't know if things feel like chaotic or unstable, but just trust where you are. Like you're on the right path. This destiny card has come up before already too. Just keep walking your path. Like you haven't missed any opportunities. You're in this place of like unfolding and growth. Um, but working on your confidence of yourself and coming into your feminine energy more, your softness, as opposed to like being really guarded or needing to control things. Is she the one that always gets the control aspect in
Mm-hmm.
it? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Use your light to inspire others. And part of your mission is to help others navigate change and transformation. So whatever it is, you're using your guiding light as helping someone else make the best, like make their changes and their decisions, is what I get off of that. I'm gonna pull one more.
Goodness, I gotta pee.
Oh, go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can pause. Or not pause, but like we can hang out.
I will be right back.
We'll start timing her. Okay, 140, 52 seconds. Let's see how long it takes. You better wash your hands.
I will.
All right. Jenny, oops, sorry. Know you are loved. New moon in Libra. So it's hidden still. Know you are loved. And knowing it and actually letting it in and receiving it are two different things, just so you know. Being logically aware, yes, I'm loved, and letting people love you are different. Ask me how I know. Did she say something? All right. Push through any insecurity. Bottom of the deck. Assess the situation.
Much better.
All right. That was Jada. All right. If you are in here and you purchased, because the only ones we have left, I have K, A, M, T, and TW. So if you are any of those people, speak now so I can move you up in the list. If
Or
not,
forever hold your peace.
if not, we're going to KA. All right. KA 142.50. KA. All right, KA, what you got going on? 143. Ooh, that just like all
Fell out.
like I threw the deck basically, but these two were still in my hand, which is the Eyes Are Watching card
Ooh, again, huh?
with horse, high horse, dependable to own, detriment, faulty foundation, in need of work, or a workhorse. Fine outside, unstable inside.
Yeah, I have a feeling of like almost anxiety, not anxiety, it's like preoccupation, right? Like my mind is on something, like can't really concentrate. I'm not terribly worried, but I feel like preoccupied. Ugh, half of my deck just exploded out of my hands. Okay, I got the Six of Cups in reverse, which is living in the past, unable to let go. Also, this lack of playfulness. Like, I feel, and perhaps that's the preoccupation, like taking life too seriously right now. Could be like actually leaving home, moving forward. It's 222 here on my computer. I did pull the 10 of Pentacles. Like, you are working towards something really awesome. Financial stability, wealth, security, like long-term success. I just get the feeling that you're taking yourself entirely too seriously right now.
Yeah, I got the fun card.
You need to have fun.
It says being playful, childhood
Yep.
play. Like, yeah, have some fun.
Yep.
Because I was asking in my head, well, what's interesting is like normally when we tap into someone's energy, I can almost immediately feel where I'm supposed to be pulled to in terms of like
Yeah.
topic or general discussion. And for her, I was almost like, I didn't have like one specific thing that was like
It's like life
being
and
drawn. Yeah. So then when I was shuffling, I was just asking, like, okay, well, what is it that she needs to hear about the most right now? And then that's when you said that about, and then I pulled the fun card, like having fun. And it's because it's heart, mind, and body checkup. It's wellness. Having fun is going to make you feel better. Having fun is going to
yes.
like bring you back to health and like restore you.
I actually, like, before you said that, I was getting like having more fun is actually going to create like better success with like your wealth because you're manifesting from a different place. And right now, you need some perspective. Again, the Hanged Man has come up, needing perspective. Like, what's your long term um view of this? Like, needing to get that 30,000 foot view. Like, what's really important? um the sun card, which is like positivity, instead of being so preoccupied with what maybe is not working, you need to be more
Hmm.
playful and positive about what these outcomes are. Because like right now I got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, which means like you literally are trying to do everything yourself. Like, no, I'm going to take care of it. No, I'm going to make sure this happens. And so it's lack of like teamwork, or even could be like a lack of ability to delegate. So you're taking things like super serious and feeling like you've got to work it out alone, or you've got to be the one to take care of everything. You need to have more fun. You need to have more fun.
Yep. Balance out your life more. Bring in the fun and the playfulness with the seriousness. Or balance out all of the pain and heartbreak over the years with like, fuck it. Let's live.
Oh,
Let's live a
put it in the
little
bucket.
fuck it bucket. Let me see what this is about though.
I need to, that was a lot. I'm going to put those back and try again.
Okay, so there might be some like clarity or intuition coming in. I got the King of Swords in reverse energy though. So normally this is like somebody more like controlling or something being controlling. Um, but it came out with the moon. So it's like what is influencing or controlling your inability to find that balance or to find fun again or to find the things that like make you happy. Bottom of the deck, Devil in reverse. So
Limiting
again,
beliefs. Yeah.
yeah, letting go of the things that are gonna like keep you from being free, like reclaiming your control on.
I got the koi fish, which is all about balance and perseverance. Um, Good fortune though. Like, if you can relax a bit and have some more fun, see the world through the eyes of a child, letting go of like needing to control so much, and you're going to manifest from a different place and have a lot of good luck that way. Because terrific, good fortune, right?
Oh, I like that one.
Great moment, fantastic results. I do too. I can't figure out what it is. It's some kind of like piece of artwork.
Speak up. Vocal Violet. I think KA is a vocalist too.
Really? That's cool.
I think so. Bottom of the deck, Courageous Cold. Try again.
Yeah. I just think
You're
there's a
gonna succeed.
need for a different perspective, right? On where how you're applying your energy and your attention. It feels like more of it's going to preoccupation and worry as opposed to like manifesting from a really playful place and enjoying your process, enjoying the work that you're doing, enjoying like living life. I pulled the peace card, which again, the key word on it that pulls my attention is the harmony. So just like that temperance card, harmony, calmness, serenity. You just don't have to do it all yourself.
I'm gonna pull the music oracle.
Oh, I got the anxiety.
All right. So we got two. First, we got Kendrick.
I love Kendrick Lamar. Been listening to him nonstop lately.
Become the cure, not the symptom. Don't demand respect, command it. You can be broke without being broken. and Bob Dylan. Nostalgia is for two-time losers. Don't mistake that mansion on the hill for paradise. Darkness may be falling, but we're not there yet.
Could be a prison. Could be a prison on that hill. Okay, so I have to show
Oh my
you this.
God. And you said on the hill, and this is the bottom of the deck, and that's the one
Oh
that
my
does the
God.
running up the hill song.
Yep. This came out 2 different times, and it's the rock bottom card. So I don't know if you feel like he just looks like he's overwhelmed with paperwork, right? And he's scratching his head and he's like, how on earth am I going to do this? I feel like that's your energy, not that you've hit rock bottom. Instead, you need to embody this, like the playful love
Color.
energy. Yeah, color.
Bring
In the
some
bottom,
color in, even in the house.
inner strength, right? So just trust that you're capable, but allow yourself, like we learn through experience, right? Don't deprive
Mhm.
yourself of experiences.
Your passions. You got to bring it back to your passions, girl.
Mhm.
Your experience of hardship are the key to helping others heal. Again, so these three came out together. Your purpose is to make the world a more beautiful place through your creations. So I said, bring color, bring light, bring your
Creativity.
passions. You have to bring them into your, like everything you love and you're passionate about. You got to bring it to the forefront. You got to.
All right.
Next, we have if you are MT or TW, speak now or forever hold your peace, because then I can move you up on the list. All right, if not, we are going number 11. 152. 35. Okay, MT. What does MT need to know for the month of June? What is the energy that MT needs to know?
You just keep working at it, like your craft, keep plugging away. That's diligence, that's hard work, that's discipline. It's learning something new, mastering it. Repetitive tasks. So just keep, like, what's that? Chop wood, carry water. Just keep going, keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, that's way too many.
I got the big boss man energy here. So the emperor energy.
That's you. She's Aries.
Yeah, cool. Respect, leadership, like he knows his stuff. Stability, is a good leader. He is
that the workhorse card, just as you were saying, the chop wood, carry water. So yeah, workhorse, work. Just consistency and showing up, knowing
discipline.
that you're gonna get better with time. One of the things I do want to tell you that popped into my head when it came to the Eight of Pentacles, like when it comes to your creativity and your hard work, making sure you're doing things that are still for fun and for passion. Filming, shooting for fun, doing things, learning new techniques. That so basically I want you to like make sure you're creating and not just because someone is paying you to have your camera out.
Yeah. Yep. Also, like you're working really hard. Just knowing your why for why you're doing it. Have your goals, but like try to stay out of hoarding your coin, right? So greediness, stinginess, possessiveness, like money comes and it flows, right? So as long as you're working hard, as long as you're doing what you're passionate about, like you're going to have what you need and you're going to keep building your solid foundation. This could also be like needing to be pretty diligent about what you're investing in right now in terms of your time, energy, and attention, but also your money, right?
I got stop comparing yourself to others. So you cannot compare your journey to someone else's journey and to someone else's business, lifestyle, their income. It doesn't matter. They can literally pull in $1.2 million a year and spend 1.1999999, right? Like, you cannot compare anybody's life to your own, or skill or
And
ability.
you're like saying that this is the card of competition, right? So
Hmm.
feeling like you just have to persevere, right? You don't need to defend yourself. You may feel like you need to defend yourself, but just focus on your craft and what you put out there and why it's unique.
Yeah. Um,
This is also holding your ground, right? Like even amidst a competitive environment, look at you're still above these other wands, right? So you're holding your ground.
I pull. I can't remember if I pulled one of those or not. Sorry. Yeah, like in terms of, what was I gonna say, like the comparison thing, or making sure that, like, because I saw the card while I was shuffling that says lead with your heart, that you, one, don't look for things just because of the money, and don't see people as dollar bills and dollar signs. People are way more than just clients. People are way more than just, how much money you're making off of them. But by leading with your heart, focusing on your craft, focusing on your skill, making yourself, like, your focus should be becoming a better artist and a better, like, creative in that way. And like I said, we don't just pull out our cameras on wedding days. Like, you don't just
Right.
the football players don't just play on game days. There's practice. So, like, push yourself. If you're like, you know what, my ring shots are kind of mediocre, go push yourself to do 5 to 10 new ring shot ideas, so that you have that in the back of your mind the next time you go shoot a wedding. That you can push yourself, and now you have more opportunities and more B-roll, more things. And now you're starting to train your brain to look for different things or different moments or shoot things from different perspectives. And now you have a plethora of variety, um, to present to your client, where you're like, oh man, I worked the room, because it looks like 10 people shot this, but no, it's just me working the room. Um, and keeping it fun, like keeping it very fun.
Yep. I also pulled the King of Cups energy, which is like just you showing up and commanding that space
Hmm.
in a very like emotionally like present, connected, like that's authentic, right? Um, diplomatic, in control, but very connected. Like this is, you're going to draw people to you by commanding that energy in that space, in your entrepreneurial space, but just keep working hard, right? Like keep working hard at what you're doing because you're doing well. I wonder it's on the, yeah, you've been playing small, right? So this is like the card when it's in the reverse, like this is you like not dreaming big enough or not like trusting in your ability enough. Although I feel like you know you're capable, but you're like playing small. Like be the king.
Hmm.
No playing small.
Yeah, when you pulled that, I was thinking, like, when you reframe your narrative on who you are and how you show up in the world, it becomes like people can't tell you about yourself.
Right. Yep.
So if you pitch, I'm a part-time photographer, I have a main career, this is just a side hustle, you're going to get side hustle type of people.
Yeah. I'm a photographer.
Huh?
I'm a photographer. Just like I'm a photographer.
I go beyond that, and I tell people I'm a historian. I
Oh, I love
document
that. I
history.
love that.
I'm your family historian. I'm the person that is retelling your story for years to come.
Yep.
Because I'm not just standing here with a camera, I am putting my soul into this work that I'm doing.
Well, yeah. You're trying to capture what their soul essence looks like, right?
But not just standing there going click, 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 click. You're still like trying to make it art
Yep.
while creating a historical presence and a historical storyline for these people's, you know, these families and these unions, right? Um, so yeah, don't compare yourself to other people. Lead with your heart. Keep it fun. Position yourself to like, again, what I do it with purpose. What I do with intention. This
Right.
is why I'm into this. This is why, you know, this is why I want to book these clients, not just to make money. I want to book these because these are the kind of people I like to work with because they are joyful and appreciate the work that I put in and they appreciate my eye. And then never getting cocky about it. Like always staying humble that people still choose you. I still, after 15 years, I still get humbled. Like, I can't believe these people, like, it's so nice. Like when people are like, oh my God, we're so happy to work with you. It's like my heart could explode.
I love that. It's such validation for what you're pouring your energy into, you know, what you feel.
Yep. Let's see anything else that wants to come up. Think of a yes or no type question. Not you. The
I know. I
MT.
was like, okay. She's not watching, right?
Hmm?
She's not watching. She's not on.
No, I don't think anyone's tapped in right now. It says 0. Yeah, YouTube does not like StreamYard. It like it doesn't like
Really?
third-party apps live streaming.
Oh, of course. That makes sense.
But if their program was better and had like, you know, if they were better,
If they were better.
we could do that. I got whatever. Okay, so MT, whatever your question is that you were thinking of, it just says, look before you leap. Okay. All right. Last one. Ooh, 2 hours. Holy shit.
I know.
202.
It's like no matter what we tried to do, we couldn't speed it up.
I know. I mean, it's good problems to have, but like I said, maybe because we're starting to get to a point where maybe we do
Members one day and
numbers
opt-ins.
one day and then yeah, open.
And TW, because this was 11.
I have 12.
You have 12? Oh, right. Because there was
Yeah.
one that I didn't write down because I didn't. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what?
That was the one where it was like the 4N. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I didn't write that down. Okay. So for TW, I've got someone like needing to sit in meditation or contemplation. You've been really thinking about something or reflecting on something. But it's also like a sense of apathy where you feel like you're considering things or reflecting or feeling things, but you're not seeing one aspect of it. It's also a need for like you feel a little bit disconnected from something having to do with emotions or a person or a situation and needing to like reevaluate why that disconnection feels like it's there. And there's also, so interesting, like there's a delay, some kind of delay. So the 8 of Wands in reverse is a delay or feeling frustrated or holding off on something because of indecision or whatnot. But this energy of like waiting and then feeling apathetic about that outcome or that waiting period. Interesting. I did get the 2 of Cups. So this is about union. It's about agreements, partnership. It's about mutual attraction, feeling connected. So perhaps maybe you're considering something within your union, like you're worried about a delay or you're feeling reflective or about something in your union that's delayed. The 3 of Swords in reverse, which is like negative self-talk, but it's also like forgiveness and releasing pain and healing from a hurt. So maybe even really thinking about like things that have been really bothering you or frustrating you or something painful, and you're trying to move on from that, or feeling like you're kind of stuck and you don't know why you feel stuck in that process of trying to forgive or move forward.
I got an interesting theme through my cards, and it's about color.
Oh, I love that.
The first one is not seeing how beautiful life is. And it says, just look below the gray. Beautiful days will return soon. Short lived depression. So it's
Yeah,
interesting. So
that's
wait, just
sadness.
wait. This one, okay, says, just look below the gray. This one is like making the most of a situation, bouncing back and colorful. Literally says the word colorful. And then I pulled the gray.
Wow.
Murky situation, more to be seen, look deeper, depression that is deep.
Yeah, so
So
that's like
it's like
that's
color
core.
coming back.
Yeah.
And then bottom of the deck was, and it's funny because the last reading is you said the chuck it and the fuck it bucket, and bleh, look at what it says.
Chuck it in the bucket bucket. That's awesome.
So time to move on. Trashy
Yeah, do you
behaviors or thinking, it's of no
I
further use. If it's
yeah,
keeping you gray, if it's keeping
bottom
you
of the
gray and
deck.
not bringing you color,
Yeah, bottom of the
chuck
deck
it
is
in the
the
bucket.
8 of Cups, which is like choosing to walk away from something or choosing to let go or release something finally. Is it
What?
windy there?
My AC's on,
Oh, gotcha. It just
but
sounds
like
like blowing wind.
mm,
I know,
I
that was
have
weird.
I have nature sounds on, but it's like piano.
Oh, okay.
Let me see what else we got. What else we got?
I mean, I pulled a card, the envy card again. So I don't know if you're feeling envious of something or you have people that are envious of you. It's interesting because this combination came out with another person too, like naivety. So naiveness, like um have you been naive about something, or do you feel like somebody is being naive? Is there some truth that you need? But you may be having like feelings of envy because the situation, it feels stagnant to you, or you feel disconnected from it, or you have somebody like envious of your situation for whatever reason. I did pull the happiness card, which is what I think you're striving for. Like that's what you're looking for. That calmness, that peace, that contentment.
I got take time to whine. Soothing
Oh,
scent.
complain.
This one has come up a few times too, not judging a book by its cover.
Yeah.
So not judging a
And,
situation by what it seems or whatever. But I also got stop taking everything so personally.
yes. And I got the hobby card, but look, she's painting. So, like, bringing that color back in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Or maybe you actually have some painting to do. Um,
There's this energy of longing. So, you may be longing for something or been hoping, wishing for something to happen. And maybe this is part of the reevaluation of like what you've wanted. You feel like it's been delayed. Don't worry, there's change coming.
oh, hold on.
Change is coming.
That was a mess. I actually hear the words getting ahead. And I see you like getting super like on top of your shit and organized. Like I see you.
Oh my gosh. Literally pulled this card out 3 different times. Like I stuck it back in because for whatever reason came out 3 different times. It says yield on it. It's about forcing, conceding, surrendering, and accepting. So there's butterflies. So you had butterflies for that change card. I feel like perhaps there had been some things you've been trying to force into existence, or you wanted it to go down a certain pathway or in certain timing, and it's just not happening. And that's creating maybe some disappointment or apathy. Um, you have to like yield to this, right? Like you have to allow things to really come together the way that they're supposed to. And perhaps that's a message that you keep hearing and you're like, fuck that. I want a different message now, finally.
Finally.
Let's see. Oh my gosh. And another reference to painting. So somebody really needs to be doing some like creative work here.
Dude, that's interesting.
Telling a story, conveying emotions, decorating. Maybe you need to like feng shui your house, or, you know, I don't know, getting
Change.
into that creative energy.
Do or host a fun paint night.
Oh, that'd be fun.
You can have because she does boudoir photography, you can maybe do nude model night.
Oh,
Charge a good hefty, like professional nude, like that they do for the colleges and stuff. Like photograph painted or something.
nice. Oh, yeah, like a nude model.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Figure model.
figure model.
I got the Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers card with the King of Cups in the bottom of the deck. So something coming to its cycle, its completion. It's what goes up must come down. Of course, that Lovers
This was love was on the bottom of the deck too. My other one that I was just using.
and King of Cups. So either someone coming in or some kind of balance finally like working itself out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, hold on. Okay, last one I'm gonna pull for T-Dub. Oh, I'm so hungry.
I know. I'm like,
This little
me
smoothie is
too.
not cutting it anymore. I'm like, I need solid food.
Yep. Like
And
I
then
had
I'm
a
gonna go take
protein
a nap.
shake, but I need something more.
I got only a few hours of sleep.
I did not sleep well last night either. I mean, partly because my cat is such a
Dude,
jerk, but
there is something about transforming your space because look at all the painting and everything. And I literally got your energy transforms spaces into havens of peace and healing. Create sacred spaces. So whether that's home, studio, creating a
yes,
space that people can come, film, whatever. I don't know.
this is
Whatever
it without a
this,
doubt.
whatever that idea you've been bouncing around.
Yeah, it's super creative, whatever it is. Or you've been wanting to take that risk. So this is it without a doubt.
Without a doubt. All right. We made
Wow,
it.
that was like a journey we just
Oof.
we did it.
But you know what? I like doing these mini readings because I still get to be at my house in my pajamas
Same.
with no
I
bra
am
on,
I'm in sweatpants and a tank top with no bra on. So
no
there we go.
makeup. Um, when I do these events at like in public and it's back to back to back to back people and it's in person, there's times where like other people, I'm like, they've walked up and their shit's been so heavy that I'm like wanting to puke after they walk away and leave. So it's like super energetic and taxing. Um,
Molly says, I
so
can't believe you guys are still online. We can't either.
I know we just finished our last one. We just finished our last one. So it was busy. So yeah,
Yeah,
I actually really enjoy this. I do. So thank
I
you
do
for everyone
too.
who's been
I
sharing with
have
all of
to,
your friends
yeah, I have
and
to better prepare with like nourishment because I'm like, my energy's flagging because I'm starving.
yeah, I'm hungry now. So I'm gonna go eat. So yeah, thanks for joining us today. And I'll create the link for the July 7th one. And then I'll put the sign up link in the description box for July's. Or again, if you don't want to deal with deal with missing it or remembering when our YouTube readings are, you can just become a member of the collective and you'll automatically get added, plus have all kinds of extra stuff and access to on our website. So, all right, we're gonna go
Thank
eat.
you, guys.
I'm so hungry. I love you.
We love you
Sounds
so
like
much.
thumbnail.